What's going on with you folks? Papa Joe here. And I'm wore out. But you can see through that window where I'm at, can't you? Chester's chicken for dinner. It was nasty. But at least it was food. Barely. Let's see. Well, I guess that dadgum. Guess it's gone. I had posted a picture on my Facebook wall, and somebody made a nasty comment on it. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Evidently not. Oh, it wouldn't have been in there anyway. But you know, folks, first off, let me tell you that just because I post something doesn't mean I agree with it or disagree with it. It just means that I had some kind of interest in it. So it's plumb crazy. I'm still looking over here, don't mind me. That gum, Paul, you comment on a lot of stuff. Oh, it's Jim Dunn's birthday. Happy birthday, Jim Dunn. I did not realize that. Well, let me send him a happy birthday card. There we go, done, and share it. I don't care where it shares it. Right there, that's good. I'm still looking for this comment. And here we go. I did find it. Now here's the post that I shared. Okay? It says, I'm Chinese. My people were slaves in California in the 1800s making railroads. You didn't know that because we never asked for handouts or blamed Whitey for our failures. I found it interesting. And I'm going to go into some stuff on that. Now here's the comment. Slaves my ass. They were paid and given, and even giving their native food. Same as the Irish who worked with them. The Irish were slaves of the railroad too. I'm not for well, I can't say it today, but paying people for anyone. But this post is horseshit. Get your facts straight, Papa Joe. Your post actually does sound like the rant of a bigot. Really? Well, partner, you need to do a little history. You really do. And some of it ain't even history. You obviously think that because I put up a post, it gives you the right to go off on me, assuming that you know my thoughts, and to call me a bigot. Well, in the terms of my forefathers, kiss my ass. You obviously ain't watched enough videos to know me. I give everybody a fair chance. I don't care what race, religion, or whatever else you are. I give everyone a fair chance. However, if you will check, you will find out that one kind of slavery or another has been going on this earth damn near since the beginning of man. Period. Now, most Americans, they seem to think the only slaves were the black slaves that was on the plantations that everybody made the big hoopla over. You're wrong. Point blank. There was slaves in this country before the first black man ever set a foot on it. Don't you realize that? The Native Americans used to take slaves. They would raid a neighboring tribe that they didn't get along with. They killed all the men and the boys that were too old for them to brainwash into joining their tribe, stole the women, and they were slaves. Period. There was so many people that the Irish that you mentioned and the Chinese that worked on that railroad. Why do you think they had armed guards going around? Why do you think that they was herded so well? To protect them? Really? And yeah, they got paid very weakly. Very weakly. And how the hell do you know what they was eating? If they was in California working on the railroad out in the middle of nowhere, you gonna try to tell me that these railroad people was shipping them food in from their native country so they could have their native grub? I ain't buying that. Them ships was air powered back then. They counted on the breeze to bring them over. And you think that they was shipping shiploads of food over just so they could have their native foods? You're a little naive, ain't you? You think I'm kind of rough on you? I think you was kind of rough on me for me just sharing a post. I think next time you see a post on my wall that if you don't like it, you need to just go on by it. But do not go off on me and make accusations at me and call me a bigot because you disagreed with the post. If you want to disagree with it, I'm fine. If you want to put a comment in there and say you didn't believe it, I'm fine with that. But don't come on telling me to get my facts straight and that I'm sounding like a bigot. You're sounding like an idiot. Now, you're very lucky one of my monitors seen that, and they deleted your comment. And I told them I wish they hadn't, because I would have wrote you up a good little response. But that's what they didn't want me to do, but they forgot I got a record button right there. So I can still respond to you. Do you realize, are you so naive to realize that we have slaves right now in this country? Right now. We have so many young girls that are trapped into the sex trade. That is slavery. Regardless how they're holding them, You don't have to be held in bondage by a chain and ball. There's other ways of holding you in bondage, and you're a slave. Do you realize how many of these illegals that's crossing the border are slaves? They're in servitude. They owe somebody money for helping them cross, and a lot of money most of the time. And they have to pay these people. They've got to do the work and send their money to these people. Sometimes their family is being held hostage. Whatever the case is, even if they're not literally being held as a hostage, there's a threat being levied against them that if you don't pay us, we're going to kill your family. Have you seen all the murdering and stuff going on in Mexico? I'll bet you they believe them. I'll bet you they're working their ass off and sending them money to pay them off so they don't have to worry about their family. That's slavery. Slavery comes in many forms. Whether you agree or disagree with that post that I put up, that don't take the truth away from it. And I am so tired of modern day people trying to change history. You can knock down all the statues you want. You can burn all the books that you want. You can distort the truth all that you want, but it's still history. And it will still reveal itself. Did I get my point across to you? I bet you're sitting there so frustrated, you didn't even learn a damn thing from this. You're sitting there with your two little mice turning in there, them chipmunks playing race, and you're just sitting there burning up with what I've said because it ain't agreeing with you. Do a little bit of homework to your own damn self, and you find out what's going on. Slaves today all around this world, they just keep it quieter than they used to. What are you doing about it? Y'all remember, God loves you, so do I. I still got them buttons. You can still push that button. I hate it when it gets pushed, but it can happen. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night.